Good evening, YouTube, BookTube. This is Johnny. Thought I'd make a video on the last day of the year 2020. I already have my December 2020 diary ready to put into the bin here below my chair, by my chair here. I ended it today on page, for the year 2020, 1,266 pages for the year 2020. That's about what I usually do, 1,300, something like that. And tomorrow will be January the 1st, 2021. I have my diary already for January 2021. So tomorrow we start on page 1, the beginning. We start over again. I'm always kind of superstitious because I think maybe I'll die during the night. Maybe I won't wake up. Maybe the world will come to an end. Maybe the Lord will come on the cloud of glory, the last trump. But what this video is I'm just going, usually at the end of a year, I take a photo of my 2020 diaries and I post the photos into my online diary, Crooked Fingers, in Live Journal. But what I'm going to do tonight is just make a video of me showing my 2020 diaries and putting it in this bin that I store them in down in the lower level. So that's what I'm going to do. So then, it's going to be a quick video. I'm not going to go into what I've been reading the last couple of days. This is my January 2020 diary. As I flipped through it, and as you remember, throughout the year 2020, I bought the works of William Perkins, the father of Puritanism. So I started reading him. I was reading him in January. William Perkins. And then we have in February 2020, I was reading Unity and Continuity and Covenantal Thought, a Study in Reformed Tradition to the Westminster Assembly by Andrew A. Woolsey. I was reading that. Then we have March 2020. I was reading, well, I'm just looking through here. The Eye You See With, Selected Nonfiction of Robert Stone. Just samples of what I was reading in that month. And then we have April 2020, looking through it. What was I reading? The Works of William Perkins, Volume 9. I was reading William Perkins, the Georgetown Set. The Georgetown Set, Friends and Rivals in Cold War Washington by Greg Herkin. Then we have May 2020. What was I reading? Seeing by the Light, Illumination in Augustine and Barth's reading of the Gospel of John by Irie Miller. And then we have June 2020, just a sample of what I was reading. Wholesome Doctrine of the Gospel, Faith and Love in the Writings of William Perkins, edited and introduction by Andrew S. Bolich. I was reading the book of Joshua. I started reading the Bible, throughout the Bible in the year 2020. Then we have July 2020. I was reading Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Religion. What else was I reading that month? Biblical Theology According to the Apostles, How the Earliest Christians Told the Story of Israel by Chris Bruno, Jared Kempton, and Kevin McFadden. In August, in the summer, I was really studying the life of Samuel. I was reading the life of Samuel Johnson, the big, massive biography by James Boswell. And I really got into Samuel Johnson, his life, and 18th century literary life, and all the aspects of Samuel Johnson's life. And that's what I was reading in August. I was reading the Bible. September 2020, what was I reading? Let me see here. The works of Ralph Erskine. I was reading through Leviticus in the Old Testament. Puritan Reformed Theology, Historical, Experimental, Practical Studies of the Whole of Life by Joel R. Beakey. In October 2020, diary, I was reading the Bible, the 5th book of Moses called Deuteronomy. I was reading through Numbers, Deuteronomy. Then we come to November 2020. What was I reading? The First 100 Years of Christianity. I was reading Reformed Systematic Theology, Revelation and God, Volume 1. Introduction by Joel R. Beakey and Paul Smalley. And then we have December 2020, coming to the end of the year 2020. Eastern Orthodox Church, A New History by John Anthony McCluckan. The Diaries of Emilio Reyes, Formative Years by Ricardo Piccolelli. Olive Window Homes, A Life in War, Law, and Ideas by Stephen Butzkowski. So that's the year 2021 in Diaries. You know, nothing really stands out. These are from the New York Times. The New York Times from the Sunday edition. I put these in here. We stopped buying the New York Times Sunday edition because we never really read it. But I keep these for archives, just what was going on in the year 2020. I got a bunch of them. I use those as layers. On top of these, I'll put the year 2021. And then I have our granddaughter's artwork. See her artwork. This is Josie Joy's artwork goes in here. Our little granddaughter who's 6 years old. So that's it. And then I'll take all this down into the lower level. I dragged it up here this evening before my wife left for the New Year's Eve communion service at her church. I got this in the mail today, the new Boris and Mislo collaboration. This is Japanese noise rock, experimental music. Boris. I saw Boris last summer with our oldest son and a guy across the street. And you see my Boris t-shirts. So I got that in the mail. Still reading the Bible. I was reading today 2 Kings, which is in the Old Testament, historical books. So that's it. I do have a stack in the living room of thrift store books that I bought this week at local thrift stores, and today I bought some. I had to go out and buy coffee beans for the weekend. We usually buy a 5-pound bag of black and tan beans, and towards the end of the month. And there's a thrift store right by where I buy coffee, Action House, which provides clothing and food and furniture and other necessities for the poor in the community. And all the money that goes towards those ministries, those Christian ministries. So I bought some used books there today, which I'll show in my next video. So that's it. That's my 2020 diaries from January until December. Tomorrow is January the 1st, 2021. I start on page 1. And the death flow keeps flowing here in West Michigan. It's supposed to have an ice storm tomorrow, snow. It's been thus far a mild winter, which we are very, very thankful for. And that's about it. I got books coming in the mail. The mail is very slow due to the COVID-19 plague. And everything's kind of just takes a while to get to the house. Mail, packages, and books. So I hope you having a good week, that you have a good New Year. Thank you for all the Christmas wishes, the Merry Christmases, and the Happy New Years. Thank you for that. And do pray that throughout the year 2021 that you stay safe and that everything will be okay in these turbulent and chaotic times. So I'll sign off, and until next time, until the year 2021. Well, I'm going to make a video. I think I might make a video after this video, or at least tomorrow morning maybe, of the used books, the thrift store books. So I'll sign off. Once again, thank you for all the comments, all your gracious words, and do pray that you are all doing well. And until next time, bye. Try to get this thing off. I can't get it off. What is the problem?